Good morning, good morning. Welcome. I'm going to wait just another minute or two to see if other people come in, but you guys are right on time. Thank you. I have some fun things to share with you today. Oh, I have 9 of you guys showing up. We'll see. I'm going to wait another minute, see if anybody else comes. But in the meantime, good morning, Mina and Hazel and Amaya, and morning, Marina and Ella and Cohen and Julia and Elliot and Taylor and Zoe and Violet, who just popped in. Good morning, Zoe. Good morning, Morgan. Oh, I got half of you guys here now. Oh, wait. One more minute. Thank you for asking, Ella. I'm good. I'm at school today because today I have meetings at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, that's you, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and at 12 o'clock I have to be in the commons here at school because I have to get re-upped for my my Red Cross certification. So I don't know how that's going to work actually, because part of it is CPR, and usually they have you blowing into the mouths of dummies. I don't think we're going to be blowing into the mouths of dummies today, especially with masks on. So, so I had to come into school. Morning, Ricky. Morning, Kana. Morning, Belle.
Hi.
So I have some stuff some videos I want to share with you guys, but first, and I'm going to send this out also in an email to all of you guys, just in case, because not everybody's here from Ohana is here. But, okay, somebody just joined. Morning, Will. So this morning, we were sent out, morning, Emma, an email from Ms. Warren for the yearbook. And the email has to do with you guys submitting silly selfies to yearbook. So don't worry about it, Emma, you're good. So let me show you how to do it. It's in, excuse me, it's in the Ohana Canvas page, but let me just share this with you. Oops. That's not the one I need to have happen. There's advisory. Okay, so right here, It says, take a silly selfie for yearbook. And this is information that we just got this morning from Ms. Warren. And needs to be in before January 15th, which it seems like a long time from now, but don't wait because you'll space out and you'll forget it. So what you're going to do is click on this link right here, which takes you to right here. And so it says enter your ID number. For you guys, it's your student ID. So it's the one that you use for your for your lunchroom. It's one you use on your email. Mine is a little different, so I'm going to just put it in right now. And then it goes to this. And this little dealy doop shows you. Now, this is if you want to be boring. Boring. That's the correct way to look. Not that, not any of these with crazy backgrounds. So forget about it. This is supposed to be a silly selfie. So if you want to do a handstand, you can do a handstand. You can have your dog in front of your face. So however you want to do it, you can wear silly hats, silly glasses. You can wear big wax paraffin lips if you want. Whatever you want to do. Smash your face with cake and then take a picture. That would be funny. It's supposed to be silly. So then it says ready to begin. And you hit this, start. And you get, waiting for it, wait for it, wait for it. Still waiting for, there we go. You get a thing that looks like this. And basically this oval is, so if I back up and go, like that, there we go, I'm ready, I have my picture taken. And then I can go over here and click on the camera. So that's how you do it. And it goes blink to the yearbook people, frame, face, smile, snap portrait. And so Ms. Warren suggested that you do that today, because that way you won't forget.
Do I have to?
You do not have to. You are not going to be graded on this. You are not going to be admitted or kicked out of school because of this. But it's just something fun for the yearbook. Because let's face it, we're not on campus. It's hard to take yearbook photographs of things going on campus when there's nothing going on. So the yearbook is looking for content. And that's up to you guys. So I'm sure that some of you guys have a worthy, silly selfie ready to fly, right? So give it your best shot. Make it as funny as you can. And if you need help, maybe have someone else help hold the camera. You can do this. I was told you can do this either from your Chromebook or from a cell phone. So that means you can be whatever location you want to be in. So I wanted to show you that. And hopefully you guys will do so. And I probably will do the same, except I need to go home and employ my dog and my cat in the silly selfie. Because I need a furry in there with me. So are you guys ready for a break? Anybody here just like want to skip the break and keep going to school? Just like straight through? No, never. Yes, I thought that would be your answer. So here's something that I hold to my heart. We are 5 days away from the winter solstice. And that means we are 5 days away from the shortest daylight day of the year. And it's also the day that the sun is in the furthest south as it's going to get, the lowest on our horizon. And then the sun starts to come back a little bit higher again. So there's a reason that Christmas and Hanukkah and a lot of other religious faiths have a big celebration this time of year. It's because it's the time that the daylight starts getting longer. And it's the end of the old year and it's the beginning of the new year. And so, and we all need this break. Although I've got a lot of homework to do myself, but that's all right. I get to turn off my alarm, get to sleep in, get out of bed when I want. Yay! And in the spirit of that, I wanted to share some videos with you guys about people that do things that you wouldn't anticipate they could do. And they not only do it, but they do it really at a high level. So let me show you two videos that both of these people have disabilities, but the disabilities don't get in their way. And let me show you what they are. The first one is of a guy who's a photographer, but he's blind, which might, whoa, sorry, hold on. Where did it go?
When the doctor told me I would lose all my sight, it hit me like a hammer.
Wait a second, because you have to see this first thing he says. I'm a visual person, I just can't see.
When the doctor told me I would lose all my sight, it hit me like a hammer. I haven't always been blind. For about half my life, I was sighted. I was really looking for an art form that would help me describe the world of the blind. I could take photos that would mimic how sighted people see, but why would I do that? The world I envision is partly my imagination, but built from all the other senses. I use sound, touch, and memory to see. You can listen to objects, the reflected sound, and build an image in your mind's eye. This car is very sculptural. The lines are quite exquisite because they blend and reappear and disappear. This is the first time I shoot a car as art. Okay, lights should be off. So the top of the car is right there? Yes. You can stand next to me and I'll operate the camera. I work in slow-speed photography in dim light to mimic what it's like to be blind.
Check out what he's
My
doing.
work enables a bridge between the world of the blind to the world of the sighted. Think of me taking photos in the dark and sliding them under the door to the light of the world for sighted people to view. I compare my memory of the event to the actual description from the sighted person.
There's the fire coming over the hood of the car.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. The Arteon is more than a car. It visually has a sense of speed, but a subtlety of art. I like large images to communicate back and forth with sighted people. You don't need eyes to see beauty.
So, nope, we don't need to see this one. So that was a guy who had, as he said, had been sighted, but he got an illness in his eyes, and his eyes closed down until he couldn't see anymore. And he'd always been a creative person, and he thought, well, what am I going to do? And he actually figured out that he could use a camera, and he could create what he said is kind of an equivalent experience for sighted people of what he perceives as a blind person. And let me show you his website. And I've got time for another video too, but let me show you his website. Let me make sure I've got it up first. Nope, not on that. So here we go. These are the photographs that he takes, and you could see how he did it. He takes lights of different colors, or he filters the lights, and then he uses this reflective card, and he takes long exposures. So these are exposures that are minutes in length, but the way cameras work is that it compresses minutes into a single instant. And let me read this statement that he has here. He says, phantom senses are strange. A person with an amputated arm may feel the missing limb, for instance. They feel like the arm is still there. I have a biofeedback loop that came about as I worked to rewire my optic cortex. That's the part of your brain where vision goes. I was going to lose all my vision, so I decided to use sound, touch, and memory to build a method to see in my mind's eye. He actually echolocates like a bat does. He can, by using sound, he can sort of figure out where things are in a room. A byproduct of this effort produced an odd phantom sense I call bone light. I can see light coming from my skeletal structure, from my bones. It gets stronger or weaker in time with my health or level of emotional upset. I have included drawn bones in figures for many years, but never really explained to people what they meant. This series, I try to show what it looks like. And check out these pictures. Guy's playing a trumpet. So all this is done with light that he is literally painting. It's like he's drawing with light. And he goes into the scene. And so this blue line and then the red behind it and this yellow is all stuff that he's done. And he says that he can remember where he has been before. So in his mind, he's adding layers of color. In his mind, it looks like, or he thinks it looks like what we're seeing. And I just love that he has the audacity to try something like this, because they're pretty awesome. And by the way, if you guys take beginning photography next year, we have a darkroom and we have cameras. They're not in color, but you can do this in black and white, and it still is really freaking awesome. I can show you how to do it. So I wanted to share this with you because I just think that this is, this guy's doing something out of the box and kind of remarkable. And so his name is Pete Eckert, right there it is. I'll put that in the chat actually so that you can look him up yourself and you can show your parents and say, look what this guy does, because it's pretty freaking amazing. So I'll close that. And I've got, so I'm going to put his name in the chat, you guys. So photos by Peter, E-C-K-E-R-T. And that Volkswagen ad you saw was because Volkswagen saw his work and they thought, gee, I bet he could do something really cool with our car. And he kind of did. And the other thing I've got for you, the last thing I've got for you, because you're about to begin your break, is something else that I thought was pretty darn remarkable. And that is this. This is America's Got Talent. This is about a 14-year-old boy. So check it out.
You're going to do great today.
So a couple of years older than you.
I'm Benjamin Yaniston. I'm 14 years old, and I am a dancer. I was adopted at age 4 from Guatemala. I spoke Spanish, so it was always hard for me to communicate with others. But with dance, it helps me share my feelings without words. It's opened my life a lot.
I noticed your cool glasses. What is that exactly?
It expands my field of view so I can see more.
He started losing his vision 2 years ago. He was bumping into people. They did the field of view test. And as soon as I saw those fingers coming in, he didn't say anything until right about here. My heart just fell. His retina is dying.
What I see is basically looking through a straw. It feels scary. You don't know where things are. You might fall. But I had this thing in myself saying, dance. Don't stop dancing. Don't stop dancing.
I know what's ahead for him. And I know the struggles. But I had no idea how he would take it. His attitude, oh my gosh, it's really inspiring to me. Just amazing that he gets to be my kid.
I'm actually here to show that you can follow your dream, no matter what, because it comes from your heart. It doesn't come from anything else. It just comes from your heart.
Hi. Welcome to America's Got Talent.
Thank you very much.
What's your name?
I am Benjamin Yoniton, and I'm 14 years old.
14 years old. Is this stick part of your act?
I am actually blind with a 4-degree field of view, and everything else is black.
Just so that I can understand, tell me what you see right now.
Well, right now, all I see is an eyeball,
What do you mean an eyeball?
like the inside of your eyeball. Everything else is black.
So you're
I
seeing
can't-
just a cylinder like this. You see nothing, no peripheral vision.
Yeah, I can't see the crowd. I can't see Mel or Heidi or Howard. I only
You just see
your
my-
eyeball.
Just one, an eyeball.
So, Benjamin, having heard that, what are you going to be doing for us?
I would be doing a contemporary dance piece for you.
And so this is how's that going to happen then?
With this Google Glass, I can make out shapes, but still everything else is black. So it's not perfect, but it's good enough for me to dance.
Okay, well, Benjamin, good luck and thank you for coming on our stage today.
Hey, Nick, can you hold my cane?
Absolutely, I can.
Thank you.
Good luck, Benjamin.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love, and it hurts so bad. Hope that you don't suffer the taste of pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, this world could be so many places, things that I did, every broken bone, I swear I live.
Benjamin, I have to say, I am so glad you graced our stage today.
Thank you.
You know, you are unstoppable. You're dancing beautiful.
Dance is a visual art. And for somebody where image is your handicap, you are creating the most beautiful image for everyone else. I love that you're here, and I love the message that you are providing.
Thank you.
I love that you don't stop. You know, I love that you still can do what you love to do, which is dance. So I think it's amazing what you showed today. And you do have talent, and you deserve to be here.
Thank you.
That was a top-notch performance, a great audition. I applaud you for having the bravery for getting up on that stage.
Thank you.
And I'm inspired by you. I think you're terrific.
Thank you.
Well, Benjamin, we have to vote. So, do you want to start the voting off?
I would like
Howie?
to start the vote, and not only is this a vote, but I think this is the message. And the message is yes.
I'm going to give you a yes as well, Benjamin.
Howard.
It's a yes for me.
Thank you.
And it's a definite yes from me. 4 yes.
It's been a pleasure.
Awesome.
You
this world where people go, I can't, or I missed the bus, or I don't have enough money, or my knee hurts, or I won't. There's always an excuse not to do it. He is the epitome of the opposite of that.
All of it.
Well, you told me you wanted to be an inspiration.
Yes.
I truly feel like you inspired America tonight, so you should be proud. We can't wait to see more.
Thank you.
I'm at.
There you go. And so there you go. I wanted to sort of share that with you because the kid's 14 years old, right? And it brings tears to my eyes when I see that. Yeah, you guys do what you love. Do what you love, because really it's the whole point of things. And I also want to say one other thing, because I know this affects some people in this Ohana. When I was in third grade, my mother sent me, she put it in my hand, an excuse form, because I'd been sick a couple days before, and this was to excuse me at the school. And I lost it. And this was like the 5th time the school had tried to get this thing. And finally, the teacher had to just mail it to my house, and my mother had to mail it back because I kept losing it. And my mother said, what the heck is wrong with this kid? And so they had me examined, and it turned out that I was, guess what? I was ADD. Actually, they didn't have the ADHD then. I would have been ADHD at that time. And so I know this, you know, lots of people have this, and it gets in the way. But I'm here to tell you that you can work with it, and you can, you know, you all have abilities, and you all have talents, and you all have strengths. And it's, you know, it's sometimes it feels like a struggle, but it's worth it. And, you know, just stay true to yourself and find the things that you love to do and give that the time and attention it needs. So, yeah. It's just to say, I'm really happy to have you guys in my Ohana, and I really want you guys to have a great break as best you can in this very weird time, but vaccines are on the way. So there's a tiny little light at the end of the tunnel.
So I can leave now, right?
Yep, you can leave. And and it's 9:26 anyway.
Thank you, I'm gonna sleep.
Go to sleep then, Ricky. If that's what you love to do, go for it. And yes, Elliot, thank you for that message. Another kid who's autistic played the piano. I had a student here at ACMA about 10 years ago who was deaf and had a learning disability, a pretty serious learning disability. And yet he taught himself to play piano, even though he was mostly deaf. And the man could draw like a god. So, you know, what seems like a deficit in one domain is actually sometimes a talent in another. Yeah, just stay true to yourself and do, like I say, do things that you love doing, because that's your best intelligence. It's where your heart is.
He's
okay?
a combination of Beethoven and Michelangelo.
Oh, that's a pretty awesome combination. That's a great combination. So guys, have a great break, and we'll see you on the far side. And don't forget to take silly selfies, okay?
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy